Hi everyone. Today I wanted to more or less continue my previous video, which was regarding mapping using Google Maps. And today I wanted to present a similar technique, similar approach, but this time using Bing, so Microsoft's mapping solution. And I just wanted to show you there is alternatives to Google. I had originally also wanted to present OpenStreetMap, but that isn't possible with the current web browser. So I'll probably revisit it when Microsoft releases the new web browser. But for right now, we're going to have to limit ourselves to Google and Bing. And like I mentioned previously, I will be coming back and exploring more advanced techniques and features with both of these. But today it's just to present you the basics. How can we take either an address and display it in Bing Maps, or how can we display a longitude, latitude? So let's dive in. Let's look at the code and see how simple this truly is. So first off, we have the database, and you're going to see it's set up identically to the way it was for Google Maps, because like I say, they are extremely similar. The approach is always going to be the same. We build up a URL, and then we ask the web browser control to display that URL. So it's just a question of knowing what is the URL format for Bing, for addresses and for longitudes and latitudes. So I'm going to follow the same process as previously with Google. Let's look at the address approach first. So in either case, we're basing the data off of the table. So this is dynamic. This isn't a static URL that I'm just going to display. This is going to read the data on the form. So as I navigate from record to record, contact to contact, address to address, whatever, the map updates automatically. So I have a very basic table, a couple entries with address information and with longitude, latitude information. And that's it. I've kept it extremely simple. In the map address demo and design view, you'll see it's exactly the same as the previous demo. I have the address information from the table, and then on the left-hand side, I have the web browser control and a URL here that I will display. This obviously is optional. Not everyone needs it, but I'm just showing you that we can take the generated URL and make it visible to us as developers or to the users if it's of use to them. And then how it all works is we just use the form's current event, and we'll go into it. And you'll see it's the exact same thing. I'm using the exact same helper function. Okay, and it does the exact same functionality as previously because it's the same function, nothing's changed. Where it's simply going to take an original string and it's going to concatenate to it a new string with the delimiter of my choosing, which by default is a comma. So if we come here, all we're doing is we're going to build up this S address string to be the URL formatted address that Bing is expecting. So we're going to append the number, the street, the city, the region, the postal code, the country. So we're going to end up with a string that has the complete address in it. Then we come and we create the URL. And this is what we're going to pass to the web browser. And as you can see, we started off with the http bing.com maps version 2. And then we're going to use the where clause in this case, the where argument. And our where is the address. So in the next line, we take the URL that we started building here, and we add to it the address that we've built here. And then we have different parameters we can put. I'm putting this type C, which is going to be the road map. You can change it if you need a different type of map, but I'm going for the street to road map. And then we've got our URL. We simply pass it back to our browser control. And we also pass it back to that text box just to display what the generated URL was. Why is there an else here? Well, I've taken the case if no address information is there. So we're, let's say, on a new record or somebody deleted all the address information. Well, in that case, there's no point trying to display a map, right? There is nothing to display. There's no address. So in that case, we come into this else area, and it will just display a blank web browser control, and we're going to wipe the URL text box value as well. And that's literally it. So we start off here building up a string that represents the address. Then we come here, we build up the URL with that address in it, and then we simply pass it back to the web browser here. And that's it. So if we look at it in function, we just run it. It's going to take it. You're going to see here Bing, and it's built up the address. Unlike Google, Bing doesn't mind the spaces, so we don't have to do that last replace where we replace spaces with plus symbols. Bing doesn't need it. And it takes the 1600 Pennsylvania, which is the White House, and now it's displaying it to us. We change records. Madison Square Garden. You see it's built up the URL for Pennsylvania, and here it is. We're at Madison Garden. If we go to a new record, as you can see, everything is blank. And that's it for addresses. Longitude and latitude, very similar. You'll see the same setup, except now I'm only going to include the longitude and latitude. And we're using the same event, so the onCurrent. And here you'll see it's the same thing. First, I'm checking, do I have a longitude and latitude? If I don't, then display blank. If I do, well, I just keep going. So we build up our URL. So we start off this time Bing, but instead of the where, we're using the CP. And we're going to add the latitude. We concatenate this symbol here, and then we add the longitude. And then you can put the style of map, you can put the level of zoom, things like that. And we pass that back to the web browser control, and we pass it to the text box just to display it. And that's it. So once again, if we come here and we run it, you'll see it's built up the URL based on the latitude and longitudes, and now it's displaying it to us. And if we switch records, the URL gets updated, as does the map. And if we go again, once again it got updated, and the map got updated. And lastly, if we go on a new record, because there's nothing, it displays a blank and it wipes the text box. In like any other case, you just go back and it regenerates the URL, regenerates the map. That's it. So it's, as you can see, extremely simple to do. There's nothing really complex here. It's in both cases just the question of building up the URL string that we pass to the web browser control. And that's it. And this is quite common for not just maps, but a whole bunch of websites. If you go and manually do the process, then you can break down the URL that's required and you can automate it in a similar manner. I hope that was informative and that it helps a couple of you out there if ever you need or wanted to display Google or Bing Maps. It really is very simple. And I know this was a little bit fast, but it really isn't complex, so there isn't too much meat on the bone to cover in this case. I will be creating an article with this demo database included as part of the article, so that will be appearing shortly, and I will update the information in the description below as soon as it is published. Thank you for spending a couple minutes out of your day with me. Like, subscribe, drop me a comment below, be greatly appreciated. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Have a great day.